Mr. President, there are a number of matters where we disagree here in the U.S. Senate. They range from deeply held foundational beliefs to the smallest details of legislative language. But despite these agreements, I believe there's a lot that we can all agree on. I hope I speak for every member of Congress in saying that in this great nation of ours, hard work should always be rewarded. If you play by the rules and do the right thing, you should have an opportunity to earn a good life for yourself and for your family. Our mothers, fathers, and others before us have worked hard to ensure that we have a fair shot at the American dream. Unfortunately, it feels like the fabric of American dream has started to fray for far too many families. Even more troubling, we are seeing nominees from this administration that seem committed to actively unraveling the support and the protections that help workers get ahead. Today, we are considering the nomination of Peter Robb to be General Counsel of the National Labor Relations Board. Mr. Robb would be responsible for ensuring safe working conditions and fair compensation for American workers. He would be tasked with protecting the treasured right of workers to engage in good faith negotiations with their employers. However, a brief look at Mr. Robb's career reveals a clear track record of working to undermine our nation's workers and middle class on behalf of corporate executives. To Mr. Robb's credit, he's not trying to hide his record or run away from his record. All you have to do is visit his firm's website and to see the experiences that he's proud to display. And I believe it is a preview of how he will approach his position at the National Labor Relations Board. His self-proclaimed accomplishments include advising large corporations on mergers, acquisitions, and plant closings, securing labor injunctions, and bringing suits against labor organizations. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. And while I certainly believe that every American and corporations are entitled to vigorous representation by their lawyers, I also believe that senators must evaluate every nominee's full body of work. Let's be clear about how Mr. Robb has chosen to spend his professional life: helping management close plants and cut jobs, suing unions, delaying workers' right to collectively bargain, and defending companies that violate workplace safety and fair pay laws. At a time when corporate profits and executive compensation have skyrocketed and worker wages are stagnant, I have no confidence in Mr. Robb's ability to be a neutral arbiter between labor and management, let alone advocate for the safety and the well-being of America's working men and women. Our nation's workers deserve a nominee that will protect their right to negotiate for fair pay and safe working conditions, not someone who has spent his entire career litigating against workers. I will be voting against Mr. Robb's confirmation, and I strongly urge my colleagues to do the same. Thank you, Mr. President.